What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling show in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and boy, oh boy, I got a couple of heavy hitters joining me today. If you don't know, September 14th, Knuckles Up 4 in New Jersey. We've got these two mega superstars combined. About 350,000 YouTube subscribers. But better yet, they're even better on the table. And, of course, over this shoulder here, we have the Shark, Andrei Sharkevich. Look at that. How are you, Andrei?
I don't know if I want to flex after that.
Well, then, of course, we've got my man. I am officially the number one ticket holder to the Ryan Bowen.
Let me just get a little closer to the camera so I can do something to match that flex. But looking good, Andre. Looking good, brother. Looking good.
Thank you. You're looking skinny.
Man, I've just unlocked the key. I've just finally figured out what's been going on with my elbow. I'm back.
Well,
so you're back to eat, or for what? Or for training, or for what?
No, just the side pressure that has been missing in the last, particularly in the last month. I've worked out why, and it's fully back. Training with Rickard Bornman yesterday. No worries at all. Offense was well and truly there once again. So it won't just be a King's move anymore.
Good. That's good. Yeah.
Well, Andrei, obviously, since the match with Ryan has been announced, you've been watching his training, you've been watching his videos. Do you get confused about Ryan's training?
Confused. I mean, I confuse why he's on carnivore diets, that's for sure. Because, like, this kind of diet, I don't think it's the best diet for the strength training. I mean, and we don't have, like, a weight cap, so he should be, like, for sure, a little bit heavier, you know.
I will carve up in the last week before the event. So the methodology behind the carnivore diet for me was really taking Paul Lynn's inspiration. After King of the Table, we had a chance to talk in the.
But I mean, Paul Lynn competes at 95 like class, so you have now heavier opponent. Do you think like this is the right strategy?
The main thing is like I haven't, and this is where Paul was really adamant the way to approach this. I haven't lost strength. That's the thing. Like
but did you gain strength? This is the point. Like, to gain.
Yeah, I have increased my PRs in a number of lifts. So I've done that whilst dropping 17 kilos of body fat effectively, which I think for me, if that is true, which like it's been a very interesting preparation because I've never done anything like this. So there's a lot of questions even in my mind as to what my true shape's going to be. And this match will really show us. But I do believe that in the gym, well, I know for a fact in the gym that I've lifted things that I've never lifted before. My endurance has definitely gone up on this diet. That's one thing. Naturally being lighter as well, my quickness is improved. I feel like I'm a lot sharper now. And the main reason was just to do this was to basically improve my overall physical capability in every sense. So if it is the case that I haven't lost strength but have still progressed, I am lighter and faster, and my endurance has gone up, then I'm in better shape than I've ever been. So that was the purpose of it. That was the goal. And like the weight itself wasn't ever a target. It was just to eat optimally and to get into a position where my body was able to perform at its best. And I've landed around the 93 kilo mark at the moment. I will be carb eating up again as we get closer to the match. So I'm anticipating putting on another 2, 3, 4 kilos even once I carb up again. So maybe 96, 97 will be where I turn up.
Well, before we get your response, Andrei, I've just got to say hi to everyone in the chat that have rocked up, including the Drew 24. He's jumped in there. And, of course, Sarge is hanging about. G'day, mate. Hope you're doing well. Arm Wrestling JD gives the old ready bang. Andy Beckett. So, hello, Jake, Ryan, Andre, and the chat. Benji Mack, one of the stalwart superstar. He's hanging about. Layers in there. Queenslander says, out-angled. You got out-angled really bad, Ryan. I take a lot of bullets for you, but you're copping an L on that one. Andre had you on the angle at the start of the show.
It's gonna be difficult. Andre, I've seen Andre with his shirt off on his Instagram. I know I'm losing the body fat and I'm improving, but I'm a long way from Andre's shirt off shape. So I'm not going to be trying to out angle him anywhere, other than maybe the wrist on the night. The wrist is where I might have him.
Wow, we'll go from there. Mega Mike, you absolute superstar. When's your next match? You're on a really good win streak. I'm a big fan of Mega Mike. I reckon he should take on the winner of Matarangi and Shishido.
That sounds good. That's
Mega
Mike, he did look amazing at the last event. He did. Beating Wayne
really
Withers.
Did. Sunrise says, Andre, you're the best. Clifton Erickson is in there. It says, gentlemen, we'll get to some questions in a chat in a moment. Andre, no weight cap. What will you weigh when the match starts?
How
much will you weigh?
I mean, I probably going to be around 235, something like this. Yeah. 230, 235. I'm not sure. I'm not like pushing like hard to eat, so I try to stay healthy, because so like 230 to 35.
Mate, that's So then this is where you've baffled me, Ryan. This is where I'm a bit. So Andre's going to be 104 to 107 kilos, and you've decided to lose.
When I accepted this match, when I was offered this match and accepted it, I was the same weight. I was in schoolboy prep at the time, and I was 106, 107. And obviously coming off the back of last time we were both at Knuckles Up, the results that we had in our relative matches, it looked like a good matchup. And it's still, to me, like I said, I don't actually think that I'm in any lesser shape. Like I know it's a little bit dark because we've never seen me perform or never seen me compete in this condition, but I'm certain that I'm in better shape than when I was 107. So that's the thing. Like I think it's pretty evident when you look at me in the gym at the moment. There's been a significant increase in my bicep strength. There's been really significant increase in just my physicality. Like it's pretty evident what I'm able to do has improved. So I'm not concerned. Look, I've pulled heavier people constantly. Like the average weight of my last 10 opponents is like 120 kilos. So Andre's light, but going by my average last 10. So it's never been something that is of a concern to me. It is what it is. But look, I think that me being lighter is something different. It probably puts the pressure on Andre a bit. I mean, everyone's been telling Andre that on social media that it's an easy match. And look, and when you get put in that position, it becomes difficult. It does. At the end of the day, Andre's seen me compete, so he knows what to expect. We were in the same room, and we've stood next to each other. We have a sense of each other's size and strength and capability. And if Andre leans it too hard into the social side of things, where the internet's been saying it's a one-sided match, then he's loading up a lot of pressure. So I think Andre knows that, and I think Andre is expecting a match.
Yep. There is some pressure for sure, because everybody's saying, we'll win easy, but but it's not like, I'm not gonna stop training hard. I actually also like increase like almost all my exercises, like for 5, 10, some exercise 15% from the round robin, or like when I pulled Jerome, when I beat Jerome, and all of those guys at 20 pounds. So I'm like
Mm.
stronger than I was. So,
Yeah, I've liked it. We've had the chance to compare a few lifts, and I can see that Andre has the edge on strength. Like I can see that when we both added 40 kilos and did some pull ups, and he did more reps than I did, and I'm lighter than him. So it was like, okay, yeah, we can see that there is a strength gap there, and I'm not gonna shy away from that. But that's one of the beautiful things about the sport is you don't need to be the stronger man in a base power sense to be able to get it done. There's so many more factors to it as well. Speed, technicalities, joint stability, all those factors come into play. And joint stability, I think, is really good for me. I'm not sure. I know Andre and I last time we were there. Literally, I think that the day we were just saying goodbye to each other, we did grip in the air and rise up our knuckles against each other, and we've had a little bit of a feel like we have gone, oh yeah, okay.
No, I mean,
so
we
yeah,
just kind of slipped out, so it's
yeah,
hard to say. Then a strap is a different story. I mean, I'm stronger in a strap, so.
yeah.
So
Well, I think the match is destined for the strap. Yeah.
Okay. So then who requested the match, or did Knuckles Up, the high five, just offer you both the match because they saw you two together at, I think it was Knuckles Up 3? Knuckles Up 3?
Knuckles Up 2.
Knuckles Up 2,
Knuckles Up
sorry.
2. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure
yeah,
of Andre's
right,
experience, but that was my experience. I just got probably about 2 months.
No, we had left arm experience with you, remember?
Was that left arm? What did
Yeah,
we do left?
yeah, Chen Shore, when you beat Chen Shore many years ago.
Yes.
We did some left.
We have gripped on left. We're back when I beat Chance. Andre was in the room witnessing that. So even that's a cool reminder that Andre's seen me beat people that are bigger and stronger than me right in front of him. So he knows it's possible. But yeah, we have gripped left. But no, it was just Knuckles Up contacted me, offered me the match, and yeah, I accepted without hesitation. And I mean, I'm pleased that since I've accepted that match, Andre's gone on and done even bigger and better things. Like, so he's made the prize even more valuable to me now. So I really do think that there's a huge opportunity for me to make a very significant leap forward in the reputation stakes, particularly in the North American scene. If I get a victory over Andre when he's 106 kilos and I'm 93, then man, I just throw a spanner in the works of where people put me. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity.
Mate, so am I. Andre, 2 questions for you. One, do you honestly think that this is an easy match, considering how good you've been pulling lately? And 2, does a loss to Ryan hurt your career more than losing to Adam Werdinski?
I don't know. Listen.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
What was the first question?
Do you think that the match with Ryan will be easy?
Easy. I don't think so. I think he has enough experience, to figure out something. I mean, so if he, can stop me, maybe if we're gonna go a little longer, so it's not gonna be easy. Yeah, so there is a chance it's not gonna be easy, but like I would put like 70% it's easy.
And then the question we all want to know about: how are you going to cope mentally with it if you lose?
It's gonna be horrible.
I love that added pressure. All right, we'll just quickly go to the chat. The Metal! Can't wait to see you. The Metal will be there. He's a superstar. Says the Metal be upon ye. Back in my house. Looking forward to this match, perhaps the most. See you all there. Ready, headbang. I absolutely love it. And then proving astrology's been a superstar lately. And this question is to both of you, and Andre, I'll start with you. Other than your match at Knuckles Up, what match are you looking forward to the most?
Craig Tullier, I would say. Again, Marcio.
Yeah, very cool match. Very cool match. For me, it's Mario Tsembakis and Plamen Dimitrov. Mario, of course, I get to be there with a countryman of ours, Jake, and we know that he's coming off his win over Jason Merlo, and to pull Plamen is a huge opportunity for him. I mean, Plamen is as elite as they come within the world of arm wrestling. He's been there, done that in every respect, and Mario is just. He's just such a good dude that if he can pull off that victory, man, it's exciting for him. And I'm really backing him. I felt him on the table recently. He's in great form. His side pressure's feeling amazing. So I can't wait to watch Mario up close for that one.
Yeah, that'll be good. I think they've got a lot of good matches. I'm with. Well, I always love watching Mario. Don't get me wrong, but I'm very excited for the Craig Tullier James Wall matchup, and of course with Big Mate on the show as well. That's gonna be,
and even I mean the main event, Marcio and what's his name,
Jordan Sonev.
Jordan, thank you, Jordan. That's brutal. Jordan has always just astounded me at how strong he is. When I've seen him pull a couple of times, he's just the dude that you just go, wow, he is amazing. I first saw him pull in 2018 against in Moldova, and he beat Prudnik that day, and it looked amazing. And then I got to see him in Ireland, and just looking devastating. I mean, that guy is phenomenal. So I can't wait to see that and see if Marcio on his home turf can put a dent in the Bulgarian.
Well, quickly before we get back to your guys' match, Andre, out of Marcio versus Jordan, who do you think will win that match in the main event?
Who we have?
Who do you think wins between Marcio Barboza and Jordan?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Wow. What about you, Ryan?
I mean, I'm his fan. So
who did you say?
I'm his fan.
Who did he say?
So,
he said Marcio. Easy.
Yeah, I said like yeah.
I think Jordan is the favorite, but Marcio has the home ground advantage. Marcio is one of those guys that, I mean, he's been around forever. He's a legend of arm wrestling in, I think, almost everybody's eyes. Certainly, at least in the North American crowd, he's as high caliber as they come. But Marcio has, I won't say dropped off a little, but I think he's had a few matches where the results where he didn't perform as high as he would have expected himself to be. So I think he's searching still. And I think that Jordan has been a lot more consistent in the last couple of years. Marcio has a ferocious hit off the go. If he can keep his elbow down, then Marcio can get the job done. But I know that Marcio has a tendency to do that hop at the start. Jordan, an amazing hook on him here. If Jordan gets control of Marcio, it's over. Marcio really has to be decisive and get that first surge, second surge sort of hit going. I can imagine him with Craig Tullier in his corner, who's another savage hitter. And that Marcio, look, don't get me wrong, Marcio has the strength to win this match. He really does. But I feel like Jordan is the favorite.
Yeah, I would have to say Jordan is the favorite. Cannot wait, guys. Also, the link in the description is there for the pay-per-view. If you don't want to use my code word and you want to support your favorite athlete, please check him out. Andre and Ryan have code words as well as all as your favorite athletes at Knuckles Up. So if you don't get 10% off this pay-per-view, you have lost the plot. I can tell you that right now. Andre, can you explain to people who might not follow your channel what a week of training looks like for you?
Like I do once a week practice, like arm wrestling, like for a couple hours. Then I usually rest, and then I do some specific training, like on Tuesday. Practice usually on Sundays. So like I usually rest on Monday. Tuesday I do specific training. Wednesday I do bodybuilding training, upper body. Thursday I do again specific training, and then depends how I feel. I can do something on Friday, but usually I have 2 days off, like Friday and Saturday, and then practice again. So I do like 4 or 5 trainings per week for 1.5, 2 hours each training.
Yeah, beautiful. And do you think Ryan's injury is real?
Yes, I
Or
mean,
do you think he's trying to fool you that he's not
I
injured?
mean, yeah, I guess it's real. Yeah, I hope you, Ryan, gonna feel good. Not with no pain. At the end.
Yeah. Look. I'm the injuries are real, but like the truth of it is, and I don't think everyone understands this. But I think if you're an athlete, you do understand it. It's like going to war, taking a match in arm wrestling, and when you go to war, you sleep in the mud, you sleep in the rain, you're hungry, you're tired, you haven't seen your family in 6 months, and you're a long way from being perfectly optimal. But mentally, you turn up, you get it done, and you fight to the death. And that's how I approach my arm wrestling journey. Is as a collective sort of effort. It's you come in a little bit wounded sometimes, but I would never ever accept a match or put my elbow on the table if I didn't think I could win it. That's it. And so regardless of whether there's niggles here or there, I think I can win this match. I really do.
Yeah,
And look,
I've never seen you have a match and go, "Oh, I'm not too sure." Every time we've spoken on camera or off camera, you've always believed.
If I genuinely thought that I was not in this match, I would have let Andrei know and would have said we need to give up on this. So I don't know what Andrei's trying to get me rock club.
Yeah, that's right. That's you, right? Yeah. This is me, rock.
Yeah, just hanging on by a thread. Just hanging on. But so one of the most challenging things about my preparation is the fact that I'm going into a very long rest. I hate not training. I hate it. Like I just want to train. It is a big mental challenge for me to tell myself to rest. But I had a good chat with Lachlan Adair the other day, and he reminded me that one of the best performances I've ever put in was up against Bogdan Stoica, the Romanian 100-kilo champion. I beat him convincingly at Arm Wars 3.5 weeks after a terrible performance against Coach Ray. And my preparation between Coach Ray and Bogdan Stoica was to tour around Europe eating food and no training. I did nothing but rest and eat and enjoy myself. And I turned up and performed amazingly well. So that actually reassures me mentally that a 3.5 weeks, because we're 3.5 weeks out now, 3.5 weeks of eating, sleeping, resting, actually produced a really good performance in me last time. So I take heed in that, and I know that my physical shape is the best it's ever been. If I can just be absolutely certain of the lanes that I hit and make sure that the nerve pain's gone, and I'm doing everything I can to be in that shape, come ready, go, I think that Andrei's going to be facing the best me that has been.
Sounds good.
Is this the best version of you?
I believe so, yeah.
You're in some pretty good form with the round robin and
I mean, all like I told you, like all specific training up, like, so I'm happy with preparation.
I've enjoyed watching Andrei add specifics to his training that I'd never seen him do before. I like seeing him think about having to finish my King's move. I like seeing that.
Yeah, I got a couple exercises like specific, like especially for the King's move,
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean,
do you like the King's move, Andrei?
do I like or?
Yeah, do you like the King's move? Do you like it in arm wrestling?
Yeah.
It was Michael Todd's match against Kamil Jablonski the other day really inspired me. It reminded me that the physicality of a really strong King's move can be incredibly dominant. Now, even though in those first 2 rounds against Camille, Michael never pinned Camille. He was physically dominant in that defensive position, and Camille utterly exhausted himself to the point where he was near unconscious in the corner afterwards trying to press it. And I don't know that there's anyone in the world with as significant an offensive press as Camille. So that reminded me that the King's move in all its glory can be an absolute nightmare for an opponent. And I don't know. Like I have spent a lot of months now really preparing a King's move. I really, really have. And I've never won a match. I've never won a match on the pro stage with a King's move. I've only been there twice, once against Ron Barth and once against Schoolboy, and I lost both those matches. But I held up Ron Barth for a long time. I know that. And I think Ron Barth has a much more significant press than Andre. It's no offense to Andre. I just don't think that Andre has the press. I just don't think.
Press is actually, if you have a good bench press, you can press a lot. So I have a very good bench press. So I probably can press a lot.
It's true, but I think what Andre would be lacking in the press is just the elbow familiarity, conditioning to land it with efficiency. And I think that if you're new to a lane, it's a little bit foreign. It's a little bit scary to jump full ball into an elbow testing position. And so I think that Andre is prepared to press. I have no doubt. I've been watching him do it, and I know that he's a strong human. I see that, but I think his pronation is his best weapon. His top roll is his best weapon. I don't think that he wants to get stuck into a press versus King's move situation. I think that that's going to hurt his elbow a lot because Ron couldn't get through it. Ron Barth's elbow is bloody steel, and he couldn't press through it. He needed me to foul out. I won't foul out this time.
Thoughts, Andre?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think, there is just a little bit different vectors when you have to try to beat King's move, because everybody try to push, like side, but like if you're gonna press a little like down, this, that's what I want to try actually with you and see, because like
how much are you benching? How heavy?
I mean, right now maybe like around 4 plates I can do, probably for like 3-5 reps maybe.
4 plates.
4 plates aside, that's impressive. I like that. Yeah,
I just don't do because like it's a little bit too much, because a lot of other hard exercise. So I kind of like limited like for 3 plates.
When I think about Andre in comparison to Ron as an example, I think of Andre's top roll and back pressure and pronation as more threatening than Ron's. But I consider Ron's press far more threatening than Andre's. So it's a completely different thing. But if I can survive, for me the most troubling thing is not surviving Andre's press. It's surviving Andre's first surge in and getting complete access to my defensive strength. That's where my biggest concern is, and that's why I'm particularly happy to see some offensive shape return on the table yesterday, because without that offensive shape, I would have just been relying on a defensive squeeze straight off the go. Where now with the confidence back that I have something to hit for, that really allows me to get the position. So I think that we're going to get stuck, and we're going to see if that press is legit.
Yeah, we'll see. But I like Schoolboy did with you. I like also like he did like the re-grip was amazing. So
the re-grip was what? Yes, the re-grip was the killer with Schoolboy, and I think that what Schoolboy was able to do, I believe, was made possible by the length of his arm and his leverage. Being 6'5", he really had that ability to just stand back up, go back to center. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was lacking I was lacking side pressure significantly against Schoolboy. He came off the match and said to me, there was literally no pressure at center table from you at all. And then the bottom 2 inches was really difficult, but he said there was literally nothing from you at center. And that was the truth. I had no side pressure then as well. So I believe the side pressure will be there come September 14th. And yeah, that side pressure will get me into the position.
My side pressure is the best, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, your side pressure versus my side pressure, it's like I don't think.
No, yeah, and I don't actually disagree that the side pressure lane of Andrei's is very significant. And if you look at his victories at the moment, he's winning matches dominantly from center with superior back pressure and side pressure. And people are confused as to whether they try to attack his hand or try to get ready for that side pressure. And you got to make a decision between those two things. And if you get caught in no man's land, he just pins you really quickly. If you're not strong enough to trouble him on either one of those lanes, you're in trouble yourself and you're out of position. So that's something that I have to assess on the day. Is my hand good enough to trouble his hand? If it is, then I don't even need to worry about his side pressure because his wrist won't go with him. But if his hand and my hand is equal to the task, which I suspect our hands will be pretty similar.
Probably, yeah. But that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna go this way, and maybe you're gonna be able to.
I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go 2 inches this way before it goes that way. I there's no way I'm just pinning Andrei. No way. But I think 2 inches this way, then Andrei revs the engine, and we get whoop like that. There it is. There it is. There it is.
So then, how do you win, Ryan?
You know, that's the beautiful thing. Yeah.
You just
I don't need to pin him. That's the beautiful thing. Michael Todd reminded me of that. I believe my endurance is really, really good right now. Really good. And look, if Andrei starts spinning the wheels, then he will just keep spinning them until he gives up or fouls out. Because he has to get a pin whilst he's still got the fuel. Because I simply won't run out of fuel if I'm in my strong defensive position and my hand is intact. So he either gets through it or he doesn't. And if he doesn't, it is still a difficult task for him to pin. And he can play that game if he wants, where he says, "Okay, you pin me." But the thing is, I just won't even try. I won't try. If I'm in a position where I know I can't yet pin, because that often is the case, you get a stop defensively in a King's move. Your opponent retreats back to center, and an inexperienced King's mover would then try to attack, and they would end up being put in a position where the side pressure and fundamentals become the determining factor, and that's not a good place to be. If you're set for a King's move, you stay in your King's move. So if I do decisively pin him, it will be because he's retreated to try to bait me to attack. During that time, I'll just start climbing. And eventually he'll realize, oh no, when someone in that position is retreating too much and the King's move starts climbing, that forces them to want to attack again because they can feel their leverage just evaporating. And look, if the fight does require me to decisively pin, it will be through a lot of climbing and eventually a press outside of his hand, where like Michael Todd does, eventually he stands up and finishes you with a press.
Okay, all right. Let me get to some comments, and then we'll get back to it. At the moment, JH Podfitting has been a member for 27 months because he's a superstar. He says both guys are coming into the match in good shape. I'll tell you what, Ryan, I could do with losing 17 kilos just quietly. I might have to get on that carnivore diet myself. Do that again, Andrei. Do that again.
You can almost do the Engen Terzi dance.
Look at that. Jeez. Rick James.
He's getting the
What's in the bag? What's in the bag, Ryan?
Oh, mate, this is the rocket fuel that makes me strong. This is Biltong.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Richard Sheck says, let's go, Ryan. I love you, bro. No effing fear.
Richard. Appreciate it, man.
Proving Astrology, the superstar. Again, thank you for the super chat. Says, I feel like Ryan's kind of dominating the mind games. So, Andre, what's your take, or what are your thoughts on the delusional Ryan Bowen series?
Don't remind Andre of this because this will only heap more pressure on him.
Dominates the mind games. I mean, yeah, he just in his blue world.
Have you seen the Ryan Bowen delusional series videos?
I mean, what is this delusional series?
He hasn't seen it. He hasn't seen it.
Well, seen it proving. That's okay.
Go and watch it. Go and watch it, Andre, because it'll only make things worse for you. It's a double-edged sword. You'll laugh your ass off because I'll look like a fool in the videos, but it'll make you feel more pressure to win.
I will.
So proceed with caution.
There you go.
I will see.
So Ryan, I'll go with Andre first. So Andre, out of you and Ryan, who has the better cup? Who has the better riser? Who has the better pronation? Who has the better back pressure?
I don't know, man. I mean, okay, I can say what I can lift for either. I mean, I can lift around 100 pounds for one rep, so I don't know how much you can lift around.
With it over the front knuckle, I think 100 pounds. What's that? 43 kilos or something. I'm pretty
45.
much the same here. Pretty much the same in terms of my 1RM on that lift. But look, I think that Andre's bicep arm strength is superior to mine in a fundamental back pressure sense. I'll give that to him. I don't think that his pronation is as good as mine, but when you accompany his pronation with his back pressure, he wins very dominantly against a lot of people that I necessarily wouldn't be able to be as dominant over. So I think his combination of back pressure pronation is very, very significant. I think my pronation is very different to his. Mine is a lot of people think that mistakenly read my game as being people often say to me, you lose your pronation at center, but in fact, my pronation is the last thing that goes on me. If my pronation is alive, I'm still in the match, and I will actually retreat on pronation intentionally at center if I can't match back pressure with someone, and that will open the door of side pressure for my opponent, but then they hit my pronation at the death. And so I think pronation for me is my best strength. It always has been. My cup is not. I'm not impressed with my own cup. It always pisses me off how weak my cup is. So Andre's probably got me there.
How much kilos you can roll on that one dumbbell?
Well, on I've got like a two.
Not fat grip, just a regular dumbbell.
I don't do those. I don't do this. I always just use rolling handle. So on like a 2.7 inch rolling handle, I can pull down maybe 65 kilos, 65. So, but I don't do.
That's a little. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I never do opposite.
Yeah. So I should do more. I should do more wrist flexion work, but I don't. Yeah. I think that if you put us in the gym and
what I need from you, is just to get you here a little bit with the back pressure, and then we'll see what you're gonna do from here. I'm gonna try go this way. If you can pronate from this position, so we stop. If not, I just
pronate. That's the one thing that I think I can do is I can pronate from anywhere. Even if Andre is good enough to bring me over to there, when he goes to pin me, there will still be pronation at the bottom. No matter what, there will be pronation at the bottom. He will not find a way around my pronation. He will have to hit my pronation. And that's evidenced in Schoolboy. Like Schoolboy got that position on me. He took all of it. And then when he went sideways, there was still a stop. So pronation's good. Look, but at the end of the day, I think if we got in the gym and compared lifts, I would be surprised if I'm ahead of Andre on anything, to be honest. I would be. Any individual
Andre
movement,
looks phenomenally stronger in the gym.
I genuinely would be surprised if I have any
I
gym.
mean, that's why I'm winning.
Well,
I don't know.
this is I get the chance to put on a show to show why the combined sum of
Arm wrestler versus lifter.
well, yeah, I mean Andre is very much an arm wrestler. He knows what he's doing. You've been what
8
10
years.
years in the
8
sport?
years.
8 years. 8 years. Okay, so you're definitely an arm wrestler at 8 years in. But I have been a style of arm wrestler that has been. I've always arm wrestled as though I'm the weaker man, and I find that if you ever become complacent enough as an arm wrestler within yourself, and to make an assumption that you're the stronger man on the table, and you start arm wrestling with habits like you're the stronger man, you make yourself vulnerable. I think that it's a mistake to arm wrestle as though you're stronger. You should always arm wrestle as though you're the weaker man. You should always look for leverage. You should always look for opportunities. You should always create traps and dead spaces that your opponent may walk into, because when they do, they disable themselves from reaching their full capacity of force, and they enhance yours. And I've become very good at doing that over the years, and I recognize that this match is just another one of those matches where I'm going to have to chip away at the superior strength my opponent's got. I'm not stronger than Andre. I know that. I accept that, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to win.
So I just want to get to a couple of comments and then we'll get back to you, Andre. Just Andy Beckett. He's been a member for 15 months. He goes support for my mate Jake. Justin King. He's been a member for 15 months. Also the Ledge says, this will be a fun one. My money is on Shark, but no matter the outcome, arm wrestling fans win. Absolutely. Andre, what's Ryan's biggest weakness?
Side pressure.
Side pressure?
Side pressure, yeah.
And Ryan, what's Andre's biggest weakness?
It's going to be his decision making when he hits the King's move. I think it's going to be his lack of experience against the King's move that's going to be his biggest weakness. He'll make mistakes.
We'll see. I'll be thinking.
So then we'll start with you, Andre. You beat Ryan. Is there anyone you wanted to call out when you win or challenge to a match? And then Ryan,
I know.
I'll ask you the same question.
I know who Andre.
Maybe Lachlan would be a good match for me.
Lachlan.
I've had multiple opponents. I have had a number of opponents make declarations that they want Lachlan before they've faced me, and every time that happens, they lose. The people that come to mind, Bogdan Stoica was declaring he wanted Lachlan to my face before the match happened. Chance Shaw was talking about Lachlan before I faced him. Was there one more?
Coincidences, brother. Coincidence.
There was. Oh, and Mazahir Saidu. Mazahir Saidu was telling me he's going to pull Lachlan before I faced him. So just know that is a common curse. To say you want Lachlan when you're about to face me does backfire. But yeah.
But Ryan, have you got any athletes in mind with this new 93 kilo?
Oh, yes, indeed. I have a very excited brain going on at the moment, thinking about the list of people that I want to pursue. If I get the victory on Andre, I think that will make a very, very, very significant case for me to step into the 90 kilo category within the world ranks at a very decent level. I would like to, and I don't think that actually. I think 2025, the 85 kilo class is going to be the class that I'm truly going to be able to compete in. I think 85. my body fat. Once I continue this for another 3 to 6 months, I think I'll be walking around at 89, 88 kilos. I think then a water cut to 85 kilos is where you'll see me chasing. And I think if I look at the 85 kilo world ranks, give me anyone that's in that top 10, and let me start climbing towards David Samusha.
There you go.
Ambition,
What do you think
ambition,
of
ambition is good.
Oh,
No, I mean
guys.
it's how you have to think. That's I mean I like his
Absolutely.
mentality. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan. I love when people their focus is always being number one. Like sometimes, what's the point if you don't want to be the best ever? Then what's the point? I just don't understand. But guys, pay-per-view link is in the description. We're going to go for about another 5 minutes. So get your questions in if you've got anything for the Shark, Andrei Sharkevich, the man. Or if you've got it for my man, Ryan Bowen, get some questions in now. But buy the pay-per-view and support your favourite athlete, whether it's Andre, whether it's Ryan, whether it's James Wall, Mario Tambakis, Jordan Sonev, the Aussie arm wrestler. We all have promo codes that will get you 10% off. So just pick any of us. It doesn't matter. Let's get some pay-per-view buys happening. Ryan from Rick Chains, he says, how do you think you would fare against a young Auden?
Look, it's hard to know because Auden is so young and is improving so quickly at the moment. I think what is he? He's around the 100 kilo mark, so I would expect him to have sort of 100 kilo power, and he's still young, so he's early days. I think he's still going to become more significant over the next few years. I would anticipate that I would have the edge on Auden currently, but I think that Auden would be in that category where he's rapidly improving. Obviously, the son of Devon Larratt, he couldn't be surrounded with a better team of people to prepare him. He's hungry for it. He's got all the opportunity in the world. I don't think you could create a scenario that's more optimal for a man to become a great arm wrestler. So I think that if we had a match today, I'd probably get him. But in a year's time, I don't know. Who knows? Auden's on a rapid rise. So I'm watching and enjoying what I'm seeing from everything from the Auden Larratt camp.
There you go. What do you think of Auden, Andre?
I mean, he's a next superstar. I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah, great team. I mean, genetics, everything. He has everything. He just needs to keep doing it.
There you go. There you go.
Everyone hates facing tall arm wrestlers. No one likes facing really tall, really technical arm wrestlers. Like it's a pain in the ass when you get someone like Auden with those levers and that hand. Like it's a nightmare. There's not a style out there that a tall man like that can't disengage, and that's the worst feel. The worst feeling in arm wrestling is being disengaged from your power. No one. It's okay when you lose in a match where someone pins you through your best lane, then you feel good about yourself. But if you get disengaged, it's horrible. So people are afraid of styles like Auden because when you lose to someone like Auden, you lose bad.
Yeah, there you go. Well, guys, we will wrap up the show there. If you can, please jump in the comment section and thank the man, Shark, Andrei Sharkevich, who's almost at 250,000 subscribers. His YouTube channel is absolutely skyrocketing. And then, of course, please thank my man, Ryan Bowen, for being on the show. He's almost at 150,000 subscribers. These two are absolutely killing it. But more importantly, they're going to have an awesome match. September 14th, Knuckles up for Fort Lee, New Jersey. Andre will be there. Ryan will be there. The Aussie arm wrestler will be there. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, man. I think we're going to steal the show. Match of the night. Match of the night. You watch it. There's the prediction.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.